Music with a Message is an empowering music assembly created with the objective to bring confidence and anti-bullying tools into schools, women's organizations, and event spaces. To tell us more is Billboard charting songer and singer and creator of Music with a Message, Caley Rose. Caley, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, your message, your music with a message, I should really say, is nothing short of incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah, all the things that you are doing through your music. So for our viewers who have maybe never heard of your music or Music with a Message, tell us what it's all about.
Yes, Music with a Message is an empowering music program that brings confidence to your audience. Make it a little snappy rhythm and rhyme. But we bring empowering music into schools, women's organizations, and I talk about how to build your self-confidence, because I was bullied when I was a kid. I had zero confidence for over a decade. It affected every area of my life. So I'm very passionate about showing students and women the way through the dark tunnel that is that struggle.
And thank you for sharing that too, because right before we got on air, everybody, we were talking about how important it is to share your truth and share that, hey, I wasn't always this way, right? But I can help others through this. So why was that important for you to create this?
Yeah, I became a songwriter 6 years ago. I've always been a singer, and I was noticing that young women were drawn to my music, but I didn't know how to reach them. And then I woke up one morning and was thinking about how I was bullied in middle school and how difficult that was for me. And then I just wanted to find a way to reach young women and make sure they didn't go through that alone. So now it's expanded beyond just young women. It's young people and teaching them how to build their self-confidence. Because when I was in school, we didn't have confidence classes.
Right, even though they should.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I like crammed for art history dates and all those things, but I don't use those things anymore. You know, I'm not an art history person anymore. But my thoughts have been with me every single moment of every single day. So if someone had taught me mindset and mental health and all those things, I would have been a happier, healthier mind and person.
Wow, that's incredible.
Thanks.
Well, thank you again, like I said, for being so vulnerable. I love hearing your story and how it's brought you here to your passion today. Now, describe your music to me. What are some of the songs? How can people tune in?
Yeah, so I have a couple songs that I specifically bring in for Music with a Message. That one of them has been on the radio, so that was cool. It's all over the country, so kids really relate to it because it's pop and they like the upbeat music. And then I have a song called Fireproof, through which I teach them power poses, because Harvard studies have shown that that really helps boost our confidence before tests, before job interviews.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's very powerful. So I have that choreographed movement during my song Fireproof, and then I have a song called We Are the Brave Ones. And that I get the kids singing along, and they're saying all these affirmations and talking about being brave. And then I have this other song called Stand Up. And after Stand Up, we talk about what it means to stand up for yourself and other people. And that has brought me to tears. Like the answers that the kids give, they've taught me. It's incredible.
And what kind of, speaking of the kids, what kind of reactions from them have you gotten?
Yeah, they're incredible. I mean, I get past notes and all of these, and they're coming up to me online and in person and sharing their personal stories and their personal struggles, because I'm so vulnerable up there, sharing how I went through some dark times and I got out of it. I think it helps them to see someone who had some struggles and got through that dark tunnel and made it to the other side. Because, you know, we see people doing well in life and we think they've always been that way, and that is so not the case.
So not the case.
No.
For, I would say, 99% of people, right?
Absolutely. Confidence is learned. Like, I used to think it was an inherent trait that you either had or you didn't have, and that is so not the case. It can be taught and built.
Wow, I love that. And that message is so true to everybody out there, too. Like, confidence is definitely something that you can build upon and work at every single day. So what's next for you, Caley Rose?
Well, we are on tour in our Airstream trailer. So we're going to a couple schools, in Colorado. And then where else do I go? Indiana.
My stomping ground.
And then Indiana, Indianapolis, and Carmel. And so we're going all over the country and bringing this to as many schools as we can possibly reach. And we're also looking for corporate sponsors, because I know there were a couple schools in the Bay Area specifically that really wanted this but couldn't afford it this year. So they keep saying, okay, come back next year. But if anybody out there has a business and wants to help empower kids and get them through bullying, we would love to partner in that way.
That's the way to do it. Well, what is one thing, I know the confidence and just, you know, anti-bullying, all those things are a big message in your music, but what is one thing you want people to experience when listening to Caley Rose's music?
I want them to feel empowered and to feel better than they did before the song. I want them to see someone else who has gone through struggles and know that they can get to the other side. And the most important takeaway that I always talk to kids about in our assemblies is to keep going. Because I used to say like, oh, you'll get a phone call, you'll meet someone. No, keep going, because any day you can change your life. You can decide to wake up and start to like yourself and then build to loving yourself, because that's what worked for me.
That is so inspirational. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
We appreciate both your music and your interview.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us, Kate.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.